It's been almost a year and a half since the pandemic started, and now you can easily say that things are coming to an end. But even with that being so, a lot of people, they're not going back to work, and people, almost 40% of people are ended up quitting their jobs, millennials specifically. So in this video, we're going to be talking about why 40% of millennials are about to leave their jobs. What is up? I'm Brandon Young. On this channel, I teach you how to make, save, and invest money. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss a beat. So I've been reading a lot of articles on this, and my personal belief is I've been working remotely for a little bit, and I know during the pandemic, it was great just being able to not having to commute to work, commute back home. You get to have lunch in your own kitchen. You get to lay down there in lunch breaks. It was great. And you save so much money because you don't realize how much money you waste when you're going to work and coming back home. But during my reading, I came up with a couple of reasons why do people want to quit. So here are some. So the first one I actually just mentioned, and it is not having to commute, being able to work from home remotely. I believe the biggest thing here is you get to save a lot of money. You don't have to talk with people that you don't really want to talk about. And I feel like you're way more productive home because you don't have a lot of those outside influences talking to you and a lot of the office BS that goes on. You can stay focused. You can get things done a lot easier, and you can stay home and do your home chores or whatever you need to do at home. The second reason why people are deciding to quit is obviously depends on what type of industry you're in. If you are in like the hotel industry or industries where it's not very stable, like the retail industry, you found yourself getting let go pretty quickly, especially during the pandemic when people weren't outside doing nothing. Pretty much everybody was inside. There was nobody out there shopping and stuff like that. So hotels, all those types of things, airplanes, all that, you see a lot of them getting restricted hours or they getting let go because the companies are losing money. Number three is it depends on what state you live in. A lot of people started realizing that if I can work remotely, my company is letting me work remotely. Why do I need to live in California and New York where everything is super expensive? Why not go and work remotely somewhere else like Florida or somewhere there's not a lot of people, there's not a lot of taxes. So people have been picking their stuff up, bringing their little computer and going to their new spot, setting up shop and doing their work from there. Cause like I said, if you can work remotely, does it really matter where you work? And obviously the other thing is if you're paying crazy exorbitant amounts of rent and let's say they cut your hours or maybe you're not making as much, are you going to be able to pay that crazy amount of rent? But it does make sense if you're able to save money, you can work remotely, move to a different state, save that moolah. It makes a lot of sense. Number four is not getting paid what you deserve. So a lot of people started to realize they're doing a lot of extra work, not getting paid enough for it. These people in general are like retail workers and stuff. And if you get in that good old stimmy and you get in that unemployment and you make it more doing unemployment rather than working, it makes more sense. The other thing is a lot of people started to realize they're doing a lot of extra work, not getting paid for it. So they're like, should I really stay here? And the other thing was a lot of people started to realize, maybe if I go on unemployment, I can go and stay home, go and acquire some new skills and get an even better paying job. So why not leave? This is like the perfect time to do it. Number five is I think a lot of people had time to look at themselves and wonder, does this job actually line up with my values and exactly what I want to do in the future? When you're sitting home and you're looking up at the wall and looking at your computer for 24 hours a day or for whatever amount of time that you work for, you start to think about a lot of things. And I think a lot of people started realizing this is not where I want to be. Now, let me give you a little backstory with the millennials and the Gen Z. A lot of people have this notion that they're just job hoppers and they don't know how to hold down a job. And I don't think it's as simple as that. And one thing to remember is millennials ages between 25 and 40 and Gen Z between 6 to 24. America has not been booming like it used to be. You see, back then, the American dream was go to college and go ahead, get your degree. And you were pretty much guaranteed to get a good paying job, do well for yourselves, do well for your family. And you was Gucci. But nowadays, you get a college degree, you still can't find a job, you graduate college with a bunch of debt, and you go ahead and get a degree for something, and you're still working at McDonald's. No offense to anybody that works at McDonald's, not a bad thing. But now millennials, I feel like even the ones that are working between 10 and 20 years right now, they're smartening up. If they aren't getting that nice raise, because a lot of companies like to give people 3% raises yearly, they're not giving you anything too crazy, and they're realizing if they're doing all this extra work, they're not getting paid for it handsomely like they deserve to be, then they go ahead and they job hop. And that's usually the best way to get significant raises if you hop from job to job. If you stay in one company compared to if you hop from job to job, you're probably going to make more money hopping from job to job. And the old school employers, they don't like that. It doesn't show stability, but you gotta give me that stability money, you feel me? Now, I have some opinions on remote work. Now, remote work is completely awesome because it allows you to save a lot more money than you would if you were consistently going into the office. The only caveat to it is you don't get that social aspect, really. I mean, yes, you can be on Zoom, you could be talking to your teammates or whatever, but it ain't the same. When you in the office, you get to chill with your peoples and talk and get that social aspect. It's great. So remote work, yes, is great. You get to save money and stuff, but I would kind of opt in for more of a hybrid work. So maybe 2 days in the office, 3 days at home. Yes, you get that kind of aspect of being in the office and working, but you also get that stability of being home some days, being able to save money, make that tuna sandwich in your fridge, and everything is all good. But all in all, I believe millennials is sick of whatever is going on in the job market. We're tired of it, and that's why 40% of them are quitting. But what do you think? Do you think millennials are quitting that much? Are you quitting? Are you decided to quit? Let me know in the comment section below. Watch this video, go subscribe here. I'm Brandon Young. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.